Hello and welcome to On Track GP. I'm Jamie Chambers and today we're going to be looking at the entire history of F1 in Las Vegas, as well as the new Las Vegas track, route and details ahead of the race weekend. The history of F1 in Las Vegas actually started over 40 years ago, and now Formula One is coming back to Vegas in 2023 with a night race held in November. We'll be taking a brief look back at the history of Formula One Grand Prix in Vegas and also why the return to Las Vegas is such a big deal. Formula One has a history of racing in Las Vegas dating back to 1981, when the first race was held at the Caesars Palace Grand Prix. The temporary circuit, built in a parking lot outside of the Caesars Palace Hotel, featured looping switchback turns and was flat with zero elevation change. The track was surrounded by concrete barriers, tyre walls and a sandy runoff area. Formula One drivers, including McLaren driver John Watson, were not impressed with the circuit, stating it was the least appealing Grand Prix circuit they had ever raced on. The race was also perceived as lacking the glitz and glamour associated with Vegas as seen on TV. Despite this, the Caesars Palace Grand Prix ran for 2 years. In 1981, the Caesars Palace Grand Prix in Las Vegas marked the first time Formula One had raced there, and it also marked the championship showdown between Carlos Reutemann, Nelson Piquet and Jacques Laffite. Reutemann started on pole but struggled through the 75-lap race, with Alan Jones winning for Williams. Piquet finished 5th, Laffite 6th and Reutemann 8th, leaving him out of the points. Piquet managed to win the title by a single point, but was exhausted after 1 hour and 45 minutes of hard driving. In 1982, the Formula One season returned to Las Vegas for the final race of the season. The race featured the title showdown between Keke Rosberg and John Watson. Rosberg qualified 6th, Watson 9th, and Alain Prost was the pole sitter. Prost's tyres overheated, resulting in a 4th place finish. Watson finished 2nd, but Rosberg's 5th place finish secured his victory by 5 points. The end of Formula One in Las Vegas. After 1982, Vegas race organisers and Formula One parted ways due to low crowd numbers at the Caesars Palace Grand Prix. Vegas was no longer the iconic hub for high rollers and glamour, and F1 had plans to expand to other venues in the USA. Caesars Palace Grand Prix 83-84, IndyCar. In 1984, the organisers of F1 Grand Prix in Vegas decided to move to IndyCar and agreed a 2-year deal to bring the American series to the Vegas circuit. The circuit was heavily modified with a partial oval shape with 5 corners and a length of slightly over a mile. The race was won by Mario Andretti in '83 and Tom Snever in '84. After the '84 race, both IndyCar and F1 Las Vegas history ended and the parking lot was converted into more buildings. Roll forwards 40 years and Formula One is coming back to Vegas on the 16th to 18th of November for a night race. An entirely new circuit has been built, running down a section of the strip past the site of the original Vegas F1 track and working its way around Vegas landmarks like the Sphere. So what is the cost of the Las Vegas F1 track? The F1 track construction cost an estimated $560 million due to unforeseen issues, including a 300,000 square feet permanent pit lane and road resurfacing. Despite the high cost, FIA President Stefano Domenicali anticipates the race to generate $1.2 billion in revenue and raise $1.3 billion for the local economy, despite the significant cost. The Clark County Commission has granted permission for Formula One to hold a Grand Prix in Las Vegas until 2032, as they own the roads used for the event. The race promoters currently have a 3-year contract which can be extended for a full 10 years until 2032. The Las Vegas GP track layout uses part of the infamous Vegas Strip for the Formula One race. On Track GP will provide you with full details of the new circuit layout, plus looks at the route the track will take past the casinos, hotels, landmarks and lights of Las Vegas. With the only previous Formula One Grand Prix in Las Vegas taking place 40 years ago, there has been considerable developments to the former Caesars Palace Grand Prix. As we mentioned, the flat track and concrete barriers were unpopular with Formula One drivers and spectators alike, but now the excitement for the return of Formula One to Sin City is high. The 2023 track, also known as the Las Vegas Strip Circuit, is 3.8 miles long and will last for 50 laps. Simulations suggest lap times will be around 1 minute 30 seconds. The fastest lap is currently below the 90-second mark with questionable track limits. The track has 17 corners, with some allowing to dip to speeds as low as 62 miles an hour. Turn 17, however, will be flat out at close to 200 miles an hour. The Las Vegas track layout is a temporary street circuit built on downtown Las Vegas streets, passing numerous landmarks. The start-finish straight and turns 1 to 4 take place on a newly laid piece of tarmac in a parking lot. The circuit will head north on Covell Lane, east of Westchester Lane, and around the site of the Sphere at turns 7, 8 and 9. At turn 9, the circuit joins Sands Avenue and heads west until turn 12. The Vegas F1 circuit will head south down the Las Vegas Boulevard, then east on East Harmon Avenue. The circuit will pass in front of famous Las Vegas hotels and casinos, including the Palazzo, Venetian, Treasure Island, Hard Rock Hotel, Mirage, LINQ, Flamingo, Caesars Palace, Bellagio, Paris Hotel, Cosmopolitan, Planet Hollywood, and the ARIA. Many of these hotels will host their own Vegas F1 parties with big artists and DJs performing. The infamous Sphere, a massive screen that can display anything, will host most concerts at the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The area between turns 5 and 9 is also the Vegas F1 General Admission Zone. The Las Vegas Grand Prix layout runs right past the Sphere at turns 7, 8 and 9, surrounded by several Las Vegas F1 grandstands, giving it a real stadium atmosphere. The circuit is expected to feature 2 DRS zones, one on the short straight between turns 4 and 5 and the other on the second half of the long run across the Vegas Strip from turns 13 and 14. This is based on F1 23 Games' depiction of the Vegas DRS zones and the fact that the F1 race directors are adding more DRS zones to encourage overtaking. The FIA will confirm the Las Vegas F1 DRS zones and their detection zones before the race. The longest straight on the Las Vegas Grand Prix circuit is 1.2 miles long. That's the run from turn 12 all the way down to turn 14. And whilst technically it's not straight, it's completely full throttle the whole way. This will be the fastest point on the circuit, and the Formula 1 cars are expected to reach over 210 miles per hour. That is On Track GP's brief overview and guide to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It's certainly going to be more exciting than 40 years ago, but will it be everything that F1 is promising? On Track GP will be with you every step of the way to find out. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.